Okay, hello everyone. Okay, so check everything's okay. Seems okay. All right. So let's go through. I did some things, mainly around optimizing stuff. So basically now we have faster terrain generation, we have faster rendering, many things, and I cleaned up a bunch of things, fixed some bugs. So basically one thing that stopped working due to some optimization, I think, was crops weren't working anymore. So I fixed that. And yeah, this is the game. It's running now. It's also, the window is resizable. It's partially resizable basically, so you see, you can make it small. But the UI doesn't rearrange, which is fine because it has hard-coded positions. But yeah, other than that, resizing the window actually is a pain, by the way. That is because, well, many things, but it works now. So there were a few assumptions about my window size in IGUI everywhere. Anyway, farming's supposed to work. Okay, there's some more bugs with resizing, but all in all, there was a bug here, so you see now they're covered, the dwarfs, as these crops are growing. Had some problems before where that wasn't true. What else do we have here? Yeah, selection works again. I broke that accidentally. So what I want to work on today is, hello, hey. I want to work on light propagation. So basically, we already kind of have light propagation in the game, but it's not used anywhere in the shaders. So every cell should have a light level. If I look at it, maybe after transform, yeah, so this cell component has dynamic light, which isn't doing anything. Sun intensity 1.0, okay. So that sun intensity, I think, is the light value. Okay, let me actually run the game. Let's ignore bugs from resizing. I'm not in the mood to debug them now. But if we dig here, okay. It's a shame these don't show. Oh. What? Why doesn't this dig further? Oh god. Okay, more bugs. Oh, another thing I did, I fixed a bunch of tests. So soon we'll be having quite a few more tests running. Oh, it's because I know why this doesn't work. It was on my to-do list, but I didn't do it, so we're gonna do a hack. Right, I can tell you what's happening. This guy is expecting to have a transform component. To create a task, which is annoying. It's annoying because this actually is not free to add. This creates a component, adds it to a list. What don't you like? Oh, it needs these brackets as well. Okay. And it needs to be here. JSON. All right. It's better than YAML. Okay, so let me check if the light propagation still works. So technically, the cells here that we dig should have a lower light value than others. So if I click on this guy, okay, or even further away, this rock or no earth cell, I think it's after the transform. Oh, okay. Okay, where's the sun intensity? 0.02. Okay, cool. Which means by some miracle light propagation still works. The way light propagation works is imagine this guy as a cube, 16 by 16 by whatever, and then let me make this one. Right, so this is a kind of a chunk and it goes up, and we have, where you see empty things, we have air cells. Air cells start, whoops, I'm sorry about that, start with the light intensity of whatever the time of day light intensity is at that point. So basically we cast a column down and we figure out this light cell here is the topmost layer. It's a bit of an optimization. We have the topmost layer that kind of covers it like a blanket. And from there we propagate. And the way we propagate light is like in Minecraft. You do kind of a float fill type of algorithm and it decreases at each step. And this means further places from the source which would be visible by the sky, which is here or here, will have a lower light level. So let's see, if we click here and look at our selection, if we look at sun intensity 0.08 and around here was 0.2, right? So it keeps decreasing as you go. Minecraft actually has 16 levels of light. I don't care about that. For now, we have this. And then this gets recalculated whenever you dig. So for now, I think a good first step is, because I want to work on graphics a bit this week, I want to re-add the light so it affects the value of these guys. And then I want to add some ambient occlusion algorithm for this kind of corners here. So they're darkened here at the edges, basically. And then maybe put a sort of a glowy bit here at this edge, so you know it ends. Because it's a bit annoying as it is now, because you can't tell where a level ends. So if we have some visual cues, it would help us. But for now, let's do the light. So we have sun intensity, which might actually be easy to do. Okay. Okay, so where we create mesh resources, we have this color multiplier, but not for a chunk. So I guess instead of doing this, I could put it from sun intensity and then we rename it later. Okay. This is between 0 and 1 anyway. And I want to see if, so the terrain now should have a different light. If somehow, oh god, if this actually works, it means I did way more work in my porting to WebGPU. Oh, by the way, I also ran into a very interesting bug. With the newer version of WebGPU, I can't, for some reason, use RenderDoc anymore. So that means I actually gave up on upgrading. Whoa. Okay. I think... Okay, this is interesting. Why is this like this? Oh, it's like this because the sun doesn't see there. They're transparent. And this is actually across the hill. Okay. Good enough. Dig well. This is where we should see something cool happen. Okay, so as you see, as we go further, these things are unfortunately more transparent now. But don't be afraid. We undo the transparency bit. They should go darker actually as they, well, they also get more transparent, so I guess that was fine. Okay. This is a bit good. Okay. Okay, let's see if we dig here how it looks like. Right, so these are darker as you go deeper. Which is good. The dirty bits like these things are not affected by light yet. It's just the terrain. Okay. This somehow works. There is a little bit of a bug. This thing is very dark. So this is 0 for some reason, and then my brother here. This is also 0. 0.01. Okay, so I guess. Okay. We can have a minimum that's not 0, I guess. We could do it here, or This is fine. Let's add this to meshes as well. Where is this? In the system, WGP rendering, and you'll see we have a multiplier here that takes it from the rendering component, which is fine. We could take it from the terrain. Okay, we have the terrain now, and then let's do a trickery. We want probably this section. Okay. So this is for everything. Color multiplier, this type of mesh, and this type of mesh. Found still what? Oh, okay, wait. Need to do this. And I think we don't want to have it from the ground. We want to have it from the one above, maybe. This should work. Yeah, you see, everything is now darker as you go deeper into the cave. There's these weird artifacts at the edge of my cubes, which I don't particularly like. Don't even know why they're there. Why would they be there? Okay, this is good. This is a good progress. Let me put a stockpile here. And then clean this area. And then we can try to put a light source on campfire. Oh, what was this? Get texture quad for what? Texture type, campfire. I bet this doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. I should just make them pink, so maybe we'll add a fullback. So we don't get in there. Why is this here like this? So that's 1 pixel that's wrong. I guess this corner here comes from the block behind. That now is black. Okay. This is not a... I don't like it. I wish these were connecting, but they don't, and that one edge is from a black thing that's behind. I think it's fine. So hear me out. Right now we're setting this light intensity on all of these guys. Can I just use it from... all right, so this is fine. I wonder, so in the compute shader, we're gonna have a way to check this guy. Is it attached to an area that is lit up, and apply the correct light on it? I could make this a pixel wider as well, but I don't want. Okay, let me see if the campfire actually emits light. There's something weird going on because this guy is also here. They're black. That's not good. Let's put a stockpile here. And then clean. Dig a bit more. Okay. More stockpiles. Another thing I did this week is study a lot around terrain generation stuff. I want to have a bit more variety here, so maybe terraced terrain and stuff like that. What are you guys doing? Get back to work. Were they eating maybe? Okay. Unbelievable. Okay, build campfire. Okay. Here. Please have planks. Oh, if not, we can cut a tree. No problem. Cut this tree. This tree. This tree. This one. Okay. What are these dubious guys doing here? One on top of each other. Oh, I wanted to copy it, but you can't copy with Control C in command line. I hate everything. Great. Let me check something. Wonder what we need. Oh, only 3 planks for a campfire. Okay. And I do wonder if these clean tasks should be automatically assigned or not. Maybe if one dwarf has the job set as a cleaner, it can always start cleaning automatically. This should also disappear, but I see they're not. Campfire. Okay, this guy is building the campfire. Oh, maybe I know what's happening. Idle. I think these guys are trying to hit up near the campfire. Energy limit. Wonder why though. I don't see the oh yeah, so they have a freezing effect on one, so they just start trying to sit on top of the campfire like idiots for some reason to unfreeze themselves, because I think it's actually quite cold outside. I wonder where my temperatures are. Yeah, temperature 20. It's not that cold. Why are you freezing? What's the requirements for freezing? Don't hardcode this. Okay, good. What's this temperature? 295. I guess this is Kelvin. Yeah, okay. So it's 21.85. To do don't hardcode this. Okay. Material component, get temperature. Okay. Oh, happy Sunday, Alberto. My dwarves are freezing. Okay, let's then put this at a significantly. So this is minus 78 degrees Celsius. They won't freeze anymore, and we need to set up a light source on the so these guys are a bit ridiculous. So 21 degrees, they are trying to warm up. Well, I guess if your body temperature is 21 degrees, that's not good. And they're naked. So because the reason they're 21 degrees, even though outside is like 20 degrees, is that they're modeled as literally a block made up of flesh, but they're not generating heat from eating to warm themselves up. So basically they will eventually tend to be the same temperature as the environment around them. Anyway, don't hardcode this. That's a good thing to think about, but not now. And let me see this campfire if I can add a sort of a... Oh, it has a light emitter. Ah. Do these light emitters not... It even has a color here that I can modify. Fall off distance and the color. What is this then? Light emitter. So the thing is, I kind of disabled a bunch of stuff. Update dynamic lens. Update dynamic lights, frontier, bloop offsets, visited. We do some stuff. Oh, there's another parameter for the dynamic light in a cell. You see? So we have like the sunlight and this dynamic light. Okay, cool. Okay. So let's start fixing this. Oh. I need to think here. Okay, instance data. I need to check. So the thing is, oh, right, padding, right? So this needs to be aligned to, I think, a vec to 32 maybe. So let me check. Vulkan, I think it's a uniform. It's not a uniform. Is it 60? I feel like it needs to be aligned to a vec 4. So okay, we have, this is a matrix. These are 4. These are 2, 3, 4, 1. Actually, it doesn't matter that much because I can just do, this is a, no, it matters. I think every member, no, the struct needs to be aligned, so then I can do 2. I think this is good. And we can rename this guy. Sun. We need them. It's convenient to have them separate, even though both are lights. And also, this is a wasteful way to do it. So maybe not the color multiplier, and then we add here. And then this is just 1. Okay. So we leave that. This is the tricky part that needs attention. Oh! I had the working shader reload here. Anyway. Color multiplier, okay. int float. Okay. Obviously, now we need to use these. And this will be some very, very simple algorithm, basically. So now we can go into what's this? Not what I wanted. Okay. I need to remember how this gets here. How do you get there? Debug color. Oh, this is, sorry, these are the out values. Okay, this is in. All right, this needs to match my struct. So 13, that was. Okay. And these we just pass them further here. Oh, sorry. Okay. Easy peasy. These are okay. I could multiply them here, I guess, instead of in the pixel shader. Let's just have a light. I think it's like this. They could be bigger than one here. And this also, is this a color? Did I? This is a color, not a... Okay. I don't oh, and I deleted the old shaders. I wanted to remember how I used to calculate these. Okay, let's just pass them around for now. Padding should be fine. Wait, what's happening here? 4, 1. Ah, it ruins all my padding now. I think. Yeah. That's pain. I could delete this because I don't think it's used anymore, but it's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. Okay. This should do it. Third depth bias, dynamic and sun. Okay. Okay. Alright, I think these are correctly passed around now. And we just need to initialize this thing correctly. So sunlight will be this guy. Color multiplier goes back to being 1, because I don't think we need that. And then dynamic light will be later set from here. Here. Let's do both at the same time. Is this a GLM vectory, I guess? Okay. If we do have the guy, this. Swear to God. I don't know how this can be so. Sorry, dynamic light color. Oh, it's RGBA, okay. Getting crowded here, so let me just dynamic lights. Oh, actually, we only need this guy. Because there's no need to use vectors and stuff. Color multiplier, reset. I think it works. Nice. And now for the chunks. We'll have to optimize this, but not now. Okay. We have more, okay, more of these here. This should do it. And now at least things will run. No, they won't. Cannot converge from 3-component vec float to IP float. And this works now because, sorry, it works because we undid what we're doing with no color multiplier. Okay, so we'll keep this alive, and now we go into the fragment shader here. So we have an out color. And we have this thing. 8 would be vec3. Okay. And now we have out color equals that. Right. Simple fragment 27. Oh, we can't. Right. We need to do this 1.0. That didn't exactly work. And then we add okay. Through the beauty of shader reload, we didn't have to close the game, and this is actually already here. There's something new I did. Look. This will make everything more green. See? Okay. Pretty cool. Okay, let's build the campfire here. So hot reload, it's actually way simpler than no. So hot reload works only for shaders. And where's my dynamic light? And why are these freezing again? I don't understand. Let me check actually. If they're freezing or maybe there's some other bug. Right, so shader reload works like this. I'm watching the file system, and if I detect a change in a shader, I recompile it and use it again and recreate the whole WGPU pipeline with shaders. So basically, if I have an error and I save this, you see some errors here. They will eventually stop because actually I recompile it for every change. So it's just that it detects a file changed and it tries to reload the asset. I want to do that for everything that's configurable, but it's a bit tricky for some of the objects. So it's actually very, very simple, but okay. Okay, wait, light emitter. some light being emitted, red, whatever. And it's supposed to affect our dynamic light value. And it does. It does affect it. Yet here, it's not correct. Also, wait, thinking time. Let me think. Does it spread to air cells? I mean, we can see here, we can't, there's no tint, there's no orange tint around it. Even though this guy is totally affected by it. So it should be more reddish, this thing. Right, so what if we just multiply this? Nothing. This guy is 0 here. Why? So this guy is 0, it means... Well, let's try it. Let's try it in render doc to see where the zeros come from. I mean, obviously this is not how light works, but you know. So nothing is being added here. Let's debug this. Oh, it doesn't say which. I guess this is the one that I need. So this is 0, as expected. How do I debug the... Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a pain to debug the instance of something. How should I do this? Okay, this guy should work then. Where's this 0? And this is 1. So this is correct, but this is broken somehow. And these come from the mesh. They come from the instance stuff. Right, so dynamic light for all of these is 0. Sunlight is fine. Depth bias is fine. What is happening? So do we set it to the wrong thing? Do we not reset it then? I think I know what's happening. So here in the chunks, we have this create mesh resources. That returns Can I do this here? Because this is captured. Oh, nice. How cool is this that they allow me to do this? So I think we need to invalidate. If the dynamic lights are placed, we need to invalidate some stuff. Okay. Right. Okay, so this should work. What? And even from the campfire item, well, look at this value. This is totally not 0. So how is this not ending up uploaded? So this isn't being sent at all to our GPU somehow. Let me see why. These seem in order, and sunlight is being set correctly. Somehow, even if I hard code it, it doesn't end up here, so we need to see why. Everything else around seems to be sending. Actually, this sunlight doesn't look correct. Oh, no, it is. Wait, what? So here we should have no zeros. This is so strange. This is correct here because those see the sun. So that sunlight is actually being set, but not this. And this is correct as well. What is happening? Do I bind it to the wrong thing? Oh, let's check the compute shader. How do I debug this? Wait, how do I debug compute shader? Pipeline state. I think the only thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is wrong. No, this is wrong. Okay, let's find the compute shader here and debug it. How do you debug a compute shader? So from pipeline state, compute shader, okay, debug. And then we need 1. It doesn't matter. Okay. So input instance data. Dynamic length is 100. What? How can it be? Can it be this value? Oh. Is this because I do wonder what alignments do? Although we have sphere, center, and radius. Wait. Let's not jump to conclusions. I'm fairly sure that's the problem, though. If we look at the sphere, oh, we never use them, maybe. Yeah, we don't use them, so this might be also wrong. Okay, I believe this would help us. Okay. Let's pack all of these in a vec4. We need to be a bit okay. I'm gonna put this everywhere for now. Okay. It's unclear how we got those values still a little bit, but we'll see now if this is my intuition is correct. So, where are you? Okay, and now cargo run. Did we forget anything? Of course, we need to go into the shader. This. And then in the simple shader, well, for now, we're fine. Ignore it. What? What was upsetting now? Cannot assign convert layout 14 or in the shader. Light. Yeah. Okay. Cannot convert location 14 from okay to 3. 4 to 3 times. Text needs to be back for everywhere. Too many arguments. What? This should do it. Do some debugging. So first of all, compute. Debug this guy, sure. I want to see an instance. Okay, instance index, for loop instance. Okay, what do you have? What is going on, man? This is still 1000. Should be this value. How do we get there? What's going on? How can it be that I hardcode something here? Okay. There's something here, debug color, whatever. This guy has ground type. God, if this is the problem, I'll be quite annoyed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Color multiplier, light. 2 floats, int, float, and padding. What is this magic, man? What is this magic? Instance, we set it here. Now this is the most aligned type ever now. Not only is it aligned at the instance data boundary, this light itself is aligned at the vec4 alignment boundary because it comes after all of these. So there's nothing wrong here. Something else is happening. Full size of the buffer. Man, and I wanted to do something. Oh, we ran out. Okay. Light is 0001. Starting to believe in magic at this point. Maybe it's time. So the only thing I can think of is that somehow that shader compute thingy doesn't take me where I want to be, and it's here. Actually, let's clean up this code. This would be the light. Okay. And maybe this should be minus here. Not that it matters. Okay. How can that value end up in my shader, man? When none of these is what I need. I feel like there's no other place where that light is being set, and yet The most weird thing is that it looks kind of correct, but still wrong. Like, what's this? Because it looks like sunlight is 1 and then everything else is 0, which, fair enough. Then we have correct looking texture coordinates, a correct looking picking color, I think. Ground type. I'm just too tired to think about it. Fuck. Am I running? I'm running debug. All right, let's see, compute pass. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay, well, not really, but all right. So this was correct here. All right. So that was one thing I was interested in. Let's go to our render pass. I think this draws the terrain. This is 0. Actually, sorry, I need another one. So this is 0, 0, 0, 1. Wait, why is this 9? Okay, so everything is correct now. God, what a painful process. What an absolute painful process. Leave it here like this. And now let's put back all of the values in code. And I think we can just do something like, for now, let's just leave it at that. Oh, and the terrain needs to be modified, right? Okay. So these don't seem to be affected by dynamic light. So they would be just this should do it. And it looks like this guy is actually creating some light here, but it's not as I want it, because these are darker than these. And this guy, if he gets closer, let's issue here a dig order. Yeah, you see this dwarf here is way more lit up than this here. Okay, well, I think this can be tuned. The problem, I believe, is the light from this guy propagates all the way here. So we need to make sure that doesn't happen. Oh, actually it didn't. Oh, of course it didn't. Of course, Alex. Right, so the problem was, I can tell you, I wasn't good at explaining because my brain was being fried, but basically, when you do things like this, and add something in a uniform. Okay, let me check this is fine. Right, look how nice. Whoop. And then we need to add sunlight. So I think instead of this here, it can be and this is over colored now. I think it's the other one. It's annoying that that tree got spawned over. Yeah, anyway, you get the idea. We'll tune these. And make sure they're correctly set. I need to make sure that they don't multiply to greater than 1 values, but you see the fall off is nice. Obviously, as you can see, this guy here, so this affects cells as it were passing light through them, so that's not going to happen in reality. That needs to be fixed, but other than that, this is good. All right, so let me tell you what was happening. So we're using these things as attributes here, and we're using them. I don't think this actually matters too much. Where's my types? And we're using them here as uniforms in the compute shader. So let's open the compute shader as well. So in the compute shader, we have basically an array here bound of instance input data. So this is instance data. Instance data is this type over here. Right. The thing with types is structures in GLSL is that you must make sure that first of all your structure is aligned to the right alignment, but not only that, every member inside of your structure must be aligned correctly. And here comes the rub. Vec3 has the same alignment requirements as Vec4. So if I move this guy here, which needs to be aligned to size of Vec4 alignment. Whoa, what's happening here? Oh yeah, what's happening here is data is being passed around wrongly. So this needs to be at its right place so the app looks correct. Right. Anyway, so size of Vec4 is what? The size of 4 floats. Anyway, basically you can't just put it here because it was after it was like around here, I think, as a Vec3, and these before it didn't add to a Vec4, so maybe if I put it here, this is fine actually. Right? because these would be aligned, and then you get basically a vec4 from these. But anyway, it's just easier to sort them by size like this. Also, if I change it here now, I need to also go and change the corresponding stuff in the vertex shader, right? In my WGP shaders. So it needs to be wherever here. No, this is the output. So light just was there. So if I put it before the bias, we do a little. Now everything is scuffed. Look, whoop, wrong. But then if I move this and oh yeah, it didn't work. Wonder why. In any case, I'm not gonna wonder why, because I'm way too tired. I'm just gonna put this guy at its rightful place here. Then all is good in the world. Yeah, alignment. Okay, but anyway, now we have some sort of thing. We need to make sure our world isn't regenerating all the time. Now this meshes, because that was the thing we were trying to. Could code be generated to having to avoid to think about alignment issues? I think WGPU has some nicer nicer things going on in there. Because I think it has extra validation layers. Maybe? I actually don't know. In C++, actually, it's a bit easier. Well, there's many things you can screw up here. As you could see, even this allows me to move the order. But I do think, or maybe, I don't think they look at the variable names. Even in, if I was using the WGPU WGSL language, I don't think the validations layer there would catch this, because they don't look at these values, they just look it's a vec4 or whatever. So they are gonna catch if these are the wrong types. As you could see when I was working on it and modifying something here, making it a vec3 or something, they would catch that. But they're not looking that this light is in the right order. And sometimes you wanna do funky stuff like have padding, and then how do they know something is put there for padding? I mean, here you see I have these members, but in my Rust code or in C or whatever, you'd have this is actually a thing that really annoys me, because I have to be super careful. I have this padding here, and this is a repr C, and I just make sure the instance data itself is aligned at the right place, which I think is a vec4 alignment. I'm not an expert either. I just know it's a problem, and then I kept trying things, and when the values didn't look right in my shader, I figured out, wait a second, something's dodgy here. And that's how because I eliminated everything else. However, now we need to make sure when we add something that emits a dynamic light and our dynamic light changes, we need to make sure that the terrain around the dynamic light what is your VS Code? Hey, Baxi. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. What's my VS Code extension? This is not VS Code. This is Z with Capuchin. Highly recommended. Super snappy editor. Capuchin, I think it's Mocha no italics or something. Yeah, Capuchin Mocha no italics. I love it. I love this editor. It's so snappy. It has Vim mode that actually works everything you want. AI things, if you're into that, I don't use the AI stuff much, but I could really see the difference, and it has a debugger, and I can really see the difference in my setup, which is kind of an old PC at this point in time, to be honest. Yeah, you try it out. And it has VS Code bindings, so you can get started in no time, if that's what you're used to. The one thing I want to do, maybe if I have a little bit of time, is in our chunks here, we did this hack. Where we... Yeah, at this point, I think this function is safe to remove. This was from when I was using OpenGL. Okay, forget sunlight. Create mesh resources. So if it doesn't need upload, we don't recreate it, right? But it looks better if we do it. I don't know if the stream is still alive. My computer is certainly not. Let me close some things. Okay. Alright, so here you see it updates, but this means I'm re-uploading all of these meshes all the time. Now they should be re-uploaded if we get a different dynamic light value, right? And we should do it per face somehow instead of what we're doing now. And maybe we can do that on the GPU. Maybe on the GPU we can propagate the dynamic lights. Because then we can affect every face. So instead of actually sending the dynamic light value, we just flood fill on the GPU in our compute shader pass. And write the dynamic light value there. Like this face and this face needs to be affected at different. You could even multiply with the direction, like a normal n.l, no, normal light, the light vector, and do some nicer lighting here. Now it just kind of propagates stupidly through all of the cells. which is not how light works. I'm actually curious if this works. And I wonder what happens if I dig under this. Okay, that guy fell down. I think it worked. I believe these are way too big. Oh no, they're staying in the air because they're linked to this guy. Yeah. Or maybe they don't have physics components. We'll see in a bit. Enjoy your dinner. Okay, it fell down from this guy. Okay, that's actually good. Because they're children of this thing, so they will sit together. I need to make this a bit smaller, I think. Right, and then okay. Hmm. Wanted to see a little bit these things, but maybe I'm gonna remove the ability to do that. Because it's a bit like cheating if you can see what's around. But I hate them being fully black. So maybe I can give it some color instead of... Now, obviously, we need to kind of tone map it because Okay, leaving that side out. Let's not think about it. I wonder if I can just do something like this. Remove these. And everything here should be capped to 1. So how do I cap a value in shader? Is there a clamp? Yeah, there is. Clamp, min, max. Okay. Okay, and then I can do this and this. Oh, but we're adding them here. What? I need to do something smarter here, but I need to read on how this thing works. I could do it here, I guess. Actually, instead. And this doesn't need anymore. I think we can tune this value now. Problem with this library load is that it keeps reloading. Oh, it doesn't have the intensity as a parameter. Just the color. Oh, that's why. And then the color, it... Okay, I need to change some math here, but I'm way too lazy now. Anyway, thanks guys for joining. I'll see you all next time. Have a nice week ahead. I'll be here on Sunday again streaming and sharing what I've done over the week.